John Lusky of Lusk Archery Adventures. Series testing, successful hunting. Man, I've got a really cool vintage broadhead to test for you today. Thanks to Lucas Harrison, one of my viewers, who sent me a pack of these. I'm able to put to the test this Hoyt bow bullet. Okay, these came out in 1985, believe it or not. And they're kind of a weird looking thing, but man, I'm super eager to put it to test and see how it performs. Now, I'm going to be using my 2024 broadhead test process. And so for a detailed description of that, please watch the video called 2024 Broadhead Test Process that'll explain all the tests I do and why I do them and how I do them and explain the scoring a bit and so forth. It'll help answer a lot of questions, and I don't have to go into all that in each and every video that I do. But for all the testing, I'm going to be using my new Elite Arrow. Okay, I am loving that bow. Okay, this is like the best shooting bow I've had in a long time. And then for the flight testing, I'm going to be using this Killer Instinct SWAT X1 crossbow. For the arrows, I'm using the Bishop FOC King arrows that I love so much, and the Bishop Fat Eliminators for the really hard impact tests, and then this Bishop Goat bolt for the crossbow stuff. So let's zoom on in here and check out the Hoyt bow bullet, go through some of the design features and specifications, and then put it to the test. Here's a good look at the bow bullet, and man, this is a big broadhead right here. Okay, first of all, the materials, you've got an aluminum ferrule. I'm not sure what type of aluminum. And then for the blades, you've got 4 stainless steel blades, 0.040 inches thick. The cutting diameter is 1 1/4 inches by 1.2 inches. So pretty decent size cut right there. The overall length is a whopping 2 inches, so really long broadhead. And as you can see, it's a cut on contact. I'm not sure how durable that tip is going to be with that double bevel sharpening and pretty narrow blade angle there. I don't know how durable these interlocking blades are going to be. There's a bit of a gap in that one right there at the tip, but we're going to have to see how all that plays out. So really interested in testing out this vintage head and seeing how it performs. The bow bullet caught the 10 ring. It took 262 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 9.38 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated 6.5 inches. It took an additional 19 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 9.62 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 51 layers. It's in pristine condition after the 3 shots through the MDF. Here it is after the 2 shots through the steel plate, and on the second shot, the back end of one of the blades broke off, and then the very pointed tip broke off as well on the second shot. But the edges actually held together quite well. It did better than I thought it would. Here's the bow bullet after all the durability testing, and it did really well through the MDF. And then even the steel plate surprised me. It just broke a portion of the blade on the second shot. And then into the concrete center block. No surprise here, it just couldn't handle that kind of a hard impact. So what do you think of the bow bullet? Man, okay, I had no idea what to expect. Sometimes you go back to a real old vintage thing and you test it and you're like, oh, what a piece of junk. Okay, that was not the case. I never would have guessed that it flew as well as it flew and did everything else as well as it did. I mean, it got really good score. Like Hoyt had something going on there with that. So yeah, it has its share of weaknesses, but overall got a really good score. So you check out the score sheet, see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most, and I'd say see if it might be a good fit for you, like I always do, but I don't even know if you're going to be able to find them, okay? They're more like collector's items nowadays, but I'm really thankful for Lucas sending me a pack to be able to test them. But I hope it's inspiring and helpful to see this test. And if you're interested in them, maybe start looking for them.